to you though?
My girlfriend. That's about it.
All right, and we're on. Ring Ropes and Turnbuckle Podcast coming up next. You see him? We got NWA superstar AJ CAZANA is in the building with us today.
Let's go.
We're going to talk that talk coming up next.
Following podcast scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, they are the Internet Podcast.
Yeah, we back. Make sure you like, share, subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell for more content. Yeah. We got NWA superstar AJ CAZANA is in the building. Yeah.
That's right. Hit that bell, baby.
Yeah, let's give a round of applause.
Big golf clap.
Yeah. Hey, man, we appreciate you for tapping in with us. This is going to be fun. Where do we start?
Well, we can start.
Who's the real UT? Who is the real UT?
What'd you say?
I said we can start from the conception, but I don't know if I can tell that story on air.
Probably not.
Probably not. You want to start, Dom, or you want me to start?
Who is the real UT?
Go Vols, baby.
Oh, come on, bro.
It's all about that Pantone 151 up here on beautiful Rocky Top here in the great state of Tennessee. Look, that color is used everywhere. They don't even own the copyright to that color. The University of Tennessee owns the copyright to Pantone 151, and anybody else uses it, they get a nice cease and desist.
So it's my understanding that you played at the University of Tennessee.
I was there for a little bit, yeah.
Just a little bit?
1 year. I made it through 1 year.
What position did you play?
I went in as a defensive tackle, a nice little nose guard, little short fat guy. And then they moved me to offense for summer camp. They said, if you want to go to camp, we're only taking this many. If you want to go, you got to play offense. And I'm like, you know what? I'm down, dog. Whatever. I'm here to play ball and have a good time.
Whatever you got to do to see the field, right?
I tried. I tried, and then I spent way more time partying than I did doing anything else. And
I have a story like that too. I had a football scholarship playing outside linebacker. Got there, and it was like, well, you play outside, so you could play defensive end. So we'll move you to defensive end. Got put at defensive end. Got hit in the knee. Blew my knee out. Ended up staying at the school, rehabbing and partying. And now you see me.
That's what gets you. That's what gets you. I took one of these to the back of the head on a non-contact practice. Yeah. And you know what? I was like, hey, maybe football, it's just time to hang it up. Absolutely. And a couple of doctors kind of forced my hand. And I was like, whatever, dude. I'm just going to go live. And then here we are.
Exactly. We're somewhere.
Your GPA when you left? What was your GPA when you left? That's what I want to know.
You see that face?
It wasn't that bad then, because I remember mine. I remember the phone call getting, hey, Andrew, have you seen your grades? And I'm like, no. Actually, I haven't even looked. And they're like, well, your GPA is down to a 0.6. And I was like, oh, crap. I was like, yeah. So you don't forget those things. If it's that bad, you remember.
You said 0.6?
0.6. Now I'm way more smarter than that now, but 0.6.
He said now.
Yeah. It's less party and more
Hey,
studying now. You know,
yo.
turn your life around at this age.
Yo.
I'm more amazed that he said 0.6 and his dad didn't knock his teeth down his throat for having a 0.6.
Well, I love my dad so much. I do. He's my guy, the number one guy. But he's all of 5'9", around 240-ish, and I'm 6'2", damn near. I was over 300 when I left UT. So I mean, you know, if he really tried, I'd let him. I'd let him because I respect him. But if I wanted to, I could stop him. I could do it.
Now, you work with your dad now, so he could really punish you if he really wanted to.
He could suspend me, I guess, from wrestling. I don't know. Suspend without pay is the worst thing I think could happen right now. I don't know how much more he can. My brother can go wrestle singles matches. I think he's going to be a great singles star one day. But you know, it's if that's what he wants to do, you know, I'll take suspension with pay, preferably. And I'll take care of the farm and stuff, and he can go do the wrestling.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. As long as we're getting paid, that's what it seems like. As long as you're getting paid,
that's what it's about. As long as that check clears, brother, I can pay my bills. I'm good.
I know that's right. So how was it like transitioning from football to professional wrestling for you?
Well, it took me a while. My dad didn't want me to be a wrestler. He won't tell anybody that. I don't think he wanted me or my brother to wrestle. But he said, if you would graduate college, I'll think about it. I'm like, okay, cool. Well, I went back to school to try to graduate. And I think after a while, he's like, you know what? It ain't going to happen. I don't see you doing anything else with your life. Let me teach you something. He taught me a few things. And then I'm like, well, this is cool. But Tom Pritchard just opened up a school. Can I go down there and train? And so the transition period was like back to back is weird, kind of. As weird as back to back, but it wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
But the real question, transitioning to wrestling, I think football helped because it makes me coachable. Like I listen to people.
Mm-hmm.
The athletic background's one thing. That's cool. A lot of people that don't play sports are athletic as hell. But like, I mean, the athletic background, I knew what to do to get in shape. Doesn't prepare you for wrestling training at all. But you know, I got in shape a little bit. I knew how to work out. I didn't really. My diet was trash. It's still trash. But being coachable is the big thing. And being able to adapt and learn something, see something. It may take me a couple times more to do one thing than the other, but seeing something and being able to do it in the ring. I think Doc likes that. He just wants you to be coachable. You may not be the greatest wrestler in the world, just be coachable. That goes to anybody out there listening in any walk of life. Just be coachable because you don't always know everything. I'm guilty as hell of that, but yeah, no. I mean, I think the transition, like being an athlete going to wrestling, because this is an athletic thing. You have to be mentally ill, one, and then you have to want to have some kind of athletic, whatchamacallit, you know. It's sports entertainment is what Vince says, but you have to be athletic to do this stuff. You can't just. I got friends that I know can't do this. And you got to let a shred of athleticism. But you know, I think playing sports helps because again, it teaches you coachability. The best sport I've seen is cheerleading. That blows my mind. Cheerleading and mat wrestling, but cheerleading especially because those people are crazy.
Yeah.
That's a long-winded answer. I'm so sorry.
No, you're fine, man. This is all about AJ today. But you brought up cheerleading. I mean, we've seen a lot of them females that are cheerleaders transition into wrestling, and you see them over at NXT doing all the flip stuff and it's like amazing to watch.
Oh yeah. Like gymnasts are able to contort it depends on what you do, of course, but like gymnasts are able to contort their bodies And there's some kind of there's a gymnast aspect, obviously, to cheerleading. And then with the guys, I got a buddy Axton who I was 310 pounds at the time. He was able to gorilla press me over his head, like legitimately in a match. It was those guys are crazy strong all around, and they can move and they can do things that I've never dreamed about. And if I dreamed about it, I'd pull a muscle.
Man. Man.
I think AJ Styles was the cheerleader.
Wouldn't surprise me if he
It wouldn't
was.
surprise me, yeah. It wouldn't surprise me at all.
How was it taking your first bump?
It sucked. Still sucks. It's as long as it's not in Doc's 20 by 20 ring, we're good. That 20 by 20 ring, by the time I got there, the daggum mat was like that, and he didn't change it. I think that was part of the rib. No, the first bump was the first time I took it. I guess I was kind of scared. The first time I took a good bump, I mean, you feel it. I just was like, I overanalyzed everything anyway. So like overanalyzing the whole aspects of having to exhale.
Oh yeah.
While you're doing it, so you don't jack up your lungs and whatnot. But no, man, like it sucked. It sucked.
Which one was worse, running the ropes or taking your first bump?
Running the ropes. I'll take 1,000,000 bumps before I run the ropes more than 10 times.
Bruised
That
up.
stuff. Oh yeah, especially like that first couple weeks of training, man. Like bruises all up and down your side. Because I mean, Doc trains with steel cables. You know, the ropes are a little more forgiving, but I can only imagine hitting those things the same amount of times because at some point they're either going to snap or they're going to break you.
Yeah, we've heard that a few times. Like they would rather take bumps than to run the ropes. The ropes just like tears you up.
That stuff, yeah. And on top of that, it's like insult to injury because you're out of breath while it's beating the hell out of you.
Yeah, I'll pass. You know, this old man right above me had talked about wanting to, get up there, and I'm like, bro, you too old for that.
Man, this guy. Hey, listen. I'll say it before I say it again. I would like to try. Like I told him before. Like my uncle. I have an uncle that wrestled back in Nigeria. So you know what I mean. I feel like it's somewhere in the blood. So I feel like I wouldn't like if I was to get an opportunity. I'm not gonna say that I would do it extensively, like on a consistent basis, due to the fact that what I mean it's kind of late for me to do something like that. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't try to do it for a long period of time, but I definitely would try.
Well, I mean, you can do it if you train right.
Yeah,
it's a good time. The training's harder than matches most of the time.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind the training. I like learning. I like learning new things like that. So I wouldn't mind the training.
Yeah.
I actually think I would have fun doing it. Even though I know it would be hard, I actually think I will have fun doing it.
I mean, I know plenty of guys that are in it and that got in it later in their life. Hell, I've only been going for about 5 years and I'm 32. I felt like I'm old in this business. Like my brother, God bless, he got real lucky. He got out of college in 3 years. Instead of the allotted 8 that I took. But he got out and he started training. He's been in, it'll be 3 years, 4 years this year. I think he's 2 years behind me. I'll be 6 years. So but he's 23. So he's got way lower longevity as long as he takes care of himself. Yeah. But no, I know guys that got in at like 40, 45. I've trained with people that are that old, that are just beginning to train. It's just, if it's something you want to do, man, you might as well chase it. You only live one life.
Yeah, I've been thinking about it. You know what I mean? Just trying to find the time, because I know there's a few wrestling schools not too far from where I live at. So just trying to find the time and the money, and then on top of that too, just being able to put in the effort. Because if I'm gonna do it, I want to give it my 110%. Like I don't just want to go in there and be like, oh, la. No, that's not me. That's never been
I know
me.
guys like that too, but yeah, no, I'm right behind.
That's never been me, man. I want to, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it right. So that's how.
Ain't no better way.
Yeah, that's how I feel. Yeah. I don't
Right here.
yeah, I don't have no football background. I did play football back in high school, but I
That
wasn't really
count?
like, yeah, I wasn't really that good. I was like average. I was better in basketball. That was my thing. I was hooping.
Sounds athletic to me.
Yeah, I could really like play. Like I played like 2 years at a junior college, then I played another 2 years at another college. So
Yeah, that
yeah, I
sounds
was
pretty athletic to me.
yeah, but football, I was like, my son's pretty good at football though. My kid's pretty good. Yeah, he's all
Yeah.
right. He's all right. I was like, I don't know where he got that from because I definitely was not good at no football, but he's okay. He's okay. So I give it to him on that one. Yeah. So my question is, you come from a family legacy of professional wrestlers.
Hmm.
You come from a big legacy. Fourth generation.
That's what
And
I tell people.
yeah. Fourth generation. Uh your wrestling style was influenced by your father, which you mentioned that, Joe CAZANA, and your grandfather, John CAZANA. So what parts of between your grandfather and your father that you own and mesh together to make as far as your own style?
Man, I don't have anything from my great grandfather, John. I couldn't tell you if there's even video of him wrestling anywhere. Um,
Yeah.
but I mean, he got I don't know, he got recognized at a gym in 1933 by the then world's champion, and my dad will kill me because I don't know what his name was. My dad would shoot me. He was the world champion at the time, and he just said, "Hey man, you look good." Like he was a bodybuilder, he did a lot of lifting, and he's like, "You want to get into this wrestling thing?" And so that's how he was discovered, and that's way back then. So I don't know if there's any video of him anywhere. But I think what I get most from my dad is my mannerisms and my facials. Um, Mostly because the older I get, the more I like him I look.
Mm-hmm.
And we make the same faces. You know, he's one of my best friends in this world, so we're always like I talk to him. We're in person when we're together, and
Mm-hmm.
um, it's just the man I emulate in my everyday life. So uh, it's my mannerisms, my facials. I kind of move like him. When I was heavier, I look more like him. Now that I've leaned down a little bit, I look a little better.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but it's that, and I think my gift to Gab, because he could get on here and talk nonsense all night with the best of them. So those are probably the big things, because I am a larger individual than he is. I'm in a different, I'm built different, not to be, cliche or whatever, but I've got broad shoulders. He didn't really have the broadest shoulders. He was big, but he wasn't like a powerhouse. Like I'm a powerhouse, going to throw you around kind of guy. My dad wasn't that.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's why our in-ring style is a little bit separate outside of the selling and outside of the facials and mannerisms.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember I was watching NWA Power, and I seen you and your brother in a tag match. I forgot who it was, but I think one of the teams that was involved was the Slime Balls. The Slime
It might
Balls.
have been the four-way match that we had at 74.
Okay, okay, it was a pretty dope match. It was a pretty dope match. I was
Excellent.
watching it. I've been I've been following NWA Power since they rebranded and started back up a few years ago. So so I'm very much familiar with like the roster that they started with when they came back into
Yeah.
existence and the roster that they had now. In fact, just recently we had a Psycho Boy on the show with us, and he was
Love
telling
fodder.
us, yeah, that's our guy, and he was telling us how much they have changed since the rebranding process and stuff like that. But yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, it was a pretty dope match. Your gear and things like that reminds me of Bunkhouse Buck, Terry Funk, and them from back in the old days. What
Yeah.
inspired your gear? Is it inspired by Texas, or is it just
Are you
something that?
talking just the high waisted trunks and the chaps?
Yeah, like the not just that, but just the whole like we talked about the mannerisms and stuff like that. I remember watching Bunkhouse Buck back in the WCW era with Terry Funk and all them and how they wrestled. It's a bit of a brawler type of style,
Yep.
a little bit of a hardcore type of style, and then just a
We can get
tad
there.
bit, yeah, tad bit of technicality. So what would you say inspired your style besides your family and what you got from them? What would you say inspired it as far as your capabilities in ring and all stuff like that?
I mean, you're right on the money. Stan Hansen, Terry Funk, Bunkhouse Buck. Shoot, who else is there? God, I can't remember the names of all of them. Arn and Tully are huge. I mean, dude, I think that's what makes us so special. Like, I still like the branding iron I got from Terry.
Okay.
That I saw it, and I was like, nobody else is carrying a brand. I'm gonna do it.
Uh-huh.
Now, I'll be honest. I used to wear a little onesie back in the heyday when I was blonde.
Uh-huh.
Um, when I got told to get the high waisted trunks, somebody said, "You got an old school build, just go to high waisted trunks. Trust me." And I did, and I'm like, I love this. I love the high waisted trunks. I always go with the knee pad. I like the look without a knee pad,
Mm-hmm.
but my knees hurt a lot more afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, the look is Hanson, Funk, Gordy, um, that Steve Williams, that style of guy, man. And my in ring style comes from again a lot of them. A lot of Hanson in the way I move, a lot of Funk in the way I think. I like to imagine I'm getting there.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the dirty stuff that we do is a lot of Funk. We stole a lot from the Midnight Express, the Rock and Roll Express, the Brainbusters. I think that's what makes us so different. Like, you can look at us and be like, okay, you guys have a style, but I can't figure out what it is. I
Exactly.
can't
Yeah.
figure out how you guys are moving. You and your
Mm-hmm.
brother, you're so polar opposites, but you complement each other.
Mm-hmm.
And then the moves you do together kind of are, and the way it's a culmination of so many. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
we've got the friggin' New Age Outlaws. We got stuff of theirs in there. The Heavenly Bodies, obviously Dr. Tom. Again, like, I'm a big Cornette guy. The Heavenly Bodies, the Midnight Express. Like, I've watched tons of those matches, and we've seen tons of the Attitude Era. Like, my brother and I, like, contrary to popular belief, are students of this here game,
Mm-hmm.
and we watch as much wrestling as we can consume in any given time period without the whole burnout thing.
Mm-hmm.
We'll send each other clips, be like, hey, I like the way they move in this. I like the way they do this. I like the way we did this here. Let's tweak it this way. Man, like, it's a culmination of so many, and I think that's what makes us different, and I think that's what makes us freaking top notch. Honestly, not to toot my own horn, but toot. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think you guys
I
style
hope
fit.
I answered that question.
No, no, no,
I'm
no, no,
sorry,
no,
my mind is 8 different directions from
no, no,
study.
no. No, this is about you. So, however you answer it is fine. It's fine by us. But I feel like you're right on the money because like with NWA itself, NWA is based on tradition and old
Mhm.
school, you know what I'm saying? Of course, now they're mixing in a little bit of the new school attitude, as far as NWA. But if you look at the look, as far as NWA, it still keeps that traditional look. You know what I mean? If you look at
Yep,
NWA, you look at WWE, AEW, all these other promotions, they don't look the same. You know what I'm
you're
saying?
right.
Every look is different, and I think what you're saying is right on the money because NWA has that traditional look.
Yeah.
The in studio ring vibe. You know what I'm saying, with the crowd surrounding.
Oh
Like
yeah.
I remember watching as a kid, so I remember from NWA Wild Side. We had Eric the Smoke Moran. He
Yeah.
wrestled in NWA at one point in time. He wrestled for NWA Shockwave. So like I understand, the whole how the style look from then and now and how they merged everything together. So I get it. I get it.
I
So
love it.
yeah. Um What would be the biggest piece of advice about wrestling business that has been passed down through the CAZANA family to you, and you live by it today?
Treat everybody right. Um, and that, I think that's big. Of like me and my dad runs a show, and we don't make a lick from it. Everything we get goes back to either the show or goes back to the boys and girls in the locker room. And my dad's always been a guy, like if we've got it, we'll pay it, especially if you deserve it. We've done shows where I know guys have gotten well more than what they get at normal shows. And we've done shows where they haven't, that have been more of our territory stuff as of late, because we're running out of our own pocket. We're not trying to spend our money because we've got other things in life, unfortunately, you have to work on. But man, just be good to people. Like this is it's a business that people will stab you in the back. I've heard horror stories from so many people. People that act like they're your best friends just to get to where you are, and then when they're there, they're gone. So and then they forget, kind of where they came from or whatever. Fortunately, I don't have any of those. I keep my circle small for a reason. And, you got your core, and then you got your circle. My core is tight. There's 3 or 4 people in that I would go to war with, no questions asked. And then you got your circle of guys that I would fight for, and if they had a good reason to go to war, we'd go. So it's just be good to people, because whoever you see on the way up, so you're going to see on the way down. And I heard that from Ricky Morton. And it just branched off of what my dad's always kind of preached. And you can go back, if I'm not mistaken, my dad's got some old John's old diaries about where he'd book, and he would write his thoughts and stuff about this, that, and the other. And it just comes down to be good to people, because this business is hard enough without good friends around you. And if you're lucky enough to get in it, and you're even more blessed to have good friends around you, then don't take it for granted and pass it on.
Yeah, I agree with you 110%. We have heard some horror stories from the past, and we're like, man, I couldn't imagine what a lot of you guys go through, especially throughout the locker rooms and things like that, and especially within the fans and things like that. And not to mention, it had to be difficult, back in the day, with the because like, not for nothing, wrestling is definitely an egotistical sport, and
Yeah.
you will get tested when you come into the locker room as a newbie. We've heard it. You will get tested, and a lot of times, like, if they feel as if you're not ready for that action, they're gonna put you in situations that is going to test you, and if it's going to test you and you make it through, you're lucky. If you don't make it through, it's going to break you and it's going to send you home. And we have heard stories like that 1,000,000,001 times already. And I'm just like, damn, you gotta be mentally tough for this sport.
Yeah. I can speak on the NWA locker room, the men's side at least. Like, when I got my first time there, everybody was super helpful. Once they realized, like, hey, this kid's good, he's got great intentions, like, let's keep bringing him back. The vets in that locker room, man, they swarm to you in a good way. They're not going to go out of their way to find you, but if you ask them for their advice or their questions, or if you just want to sit and talk to them about life decisions or whatever, man, like, they were all so receptive of us when we got there and we were new. Like me and Silas, my little brother, like, everybody's just, it's the best thing about the NWA is everybody wants to be there, and they want to build something special, and they want to help this product grow to the mountains that Billy never thought could happen. And it's from the top down, man. The vets, Billy's always cordial, and he'll talk to you, and I would consider him, he's my boss, but I would consider him a nice, outside of work, I could go talk to him and say, hey man, how's life? How's this? How's that? He's real open and honest with his feelings. Everybody else down the line's real open and honest with their feelings. There's no feelings really getting hurt, because it is business. There's no personal animosity. It's a great locker room, and I love being a part of it. And you hear horror stories though about past locker rooms, like vets not wanting to pass on the card or not wanting to help young talent build up. People telling guys like the Undertaker, like, you'll never make $1 in wrestling. It's just to get them out of there, or taking their money and running before training them. There's not a lot of that. I'm sure there is here and there, but the NWA locker room, man, it feels like a family. You go there, you're seeing long lost cousins you ain't seen in a while, and that dude, maybe it's just how far wrestling's come, and like the internet being so open and everybody can post their feelings and stuff that happens. Like, we know way more now. I think that probably has something to do with it, but I'd like to imagine some people along the way got tired of getting treated like that, and they're like, we're going to make a difference.
Definitely, we see the difference being made. Even though we might hear stuff from the past and a little bit from the present, we do see the change is trying to appear, and I think it does have a lot to do with social media and people being able to speak out and just speak how they feel. Promote their feelings and just let them know, like, if this ain't right, that ain't right, and then people, do something about it, and I think that's very important, but not for nothing though. Social media can be toxic if used the
It's
wrong
very
way. It could be toxic. It could
so
be very
toxic.
yeah.
It's the worst thing I think in the world.
Mm-hmm.
That's not true, but it's for something that we don't absolutely need. It's not like, it's just, man, you can get on there and lose yourself. You're talking about getting lost in bad comments.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
God forbid I ever show up on Botchamania.
Oh man, yeah, Botchamania is something else. We follow them on Instagram, but yeah, they something else. There's a lot of stuff they got going on over there.
Oh yeah.
What's crazy is that we've had our engagements with some commenters over the course of the past few days ourselves, and we had to put a few people in check. We had to block a few people, and we had to delete a few people. But it's all good though. It's all good.
You got to trim a little for that growth, baby.
Yeah, exactly. It's all good. We just keep it moving. Like wrestling's opinionated. Unfortunately, you got a lot of folks who invest so much into it that they don't understand the difference, and they just say certain things they shouldn't be saying, and we just had to put them in their place. But it's all good though. We still love y'all. We still love y'all comment section. Just don't come over here and disrespect our guests. Don't disrespect our panel, and don't disrespect our podcast, or you will get snipped. That's just saying.
No.
He still loves you. I don't. You hate on me. You hate on me one time. That's it.
Yeah, but it's all good. It's all good. Go ahead, Dub. Go ahead with the next question.
So there's been some controversy lately. I want to get your thoughts on it. This whole Tony Khan coming up with their own national title when NWA already has one, and the champion is Mike Mondo. What is your thoughts on that?
Baby. Mondo's the guy. That's my thoughts. I think I commented on it. Send your biggest and baddest. We'll see him at a bar and we'll call it a night. That's it. I don't know if I'm supposed to comment. I don't even know if I'm allowed to comment on it any farther. But I don't know anything about it. I don't watch AEW at all. I've got friends on there that I'll tune into their highlights and stuff. That's not my brand. That's not my brand of wrestling. I see too many people I love getting hurt doing stuff there, and I'm like, maybe not. I don't watch it. So I didn't even know they announced the national title until I saw tweets about it, and I'm like, well, this is new. The controversy. So outside of that, I know Mondo's the guy. I would challenge anybody to come tell him otherwise.
Won't be me. What about you? You would you challenge him?
Oh,
It won't be me.
hell no! What you think? I ain't even going to no wrestling school, so no, absolutely
Thing
not.
with Mondo, he doesn't just look strong. That sucker is strong.
Hey, I know. We
He can throw a bull
remember
or
him.
two around.
We remember him from the Spirit Squad. We know. So trust me.
Dude,
Hey,
Spirit Squad Mikey ain't got nothing on Mike Mondo. Gut
yo.
check on, baby.
Hey,
Spirit Squad Mikey dreamed of the Mike Mondo that is now.
Hey, listen, Mondo. We don't want no smoke. I don't want no
None.
smoke.
None.
I don't want no smoke.
We're good. Me and Mondo, we're good. We do it by the book, all that good stuff. Gut check. We're good.
Yeah, I don't want none of that. No, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I just found it interesting. Like, how in the hell are you going to make a national title when there's clearly a company out there that already has a national title? Their champion is Mike Mondo. Everybody knows that. And I will say this. I watch AEW, I watch WWE, I watch NWA. But there's a lot of people out there that are specifically AEW fans, and that's it, that said that this is a great idea. What a great idea. But how can it be a great idea when another company has the lineage? Think of like the Ric Flairs and the Arn Andersons and so on and so
Austin
forth
Idol, who's still
that
around,
have
by the
held
way.
that exactly, and they've held that title, and you just don't think you're making one? Like, make it make sense.
It's a company that they got titles. I don't know why they got titles. They had the international title. Which is in my mind the same thing as a world title. We've all got world titles. I think we came out of an era where everybody was afraid to say the other people's name. Each three-letter company, it was like frowned upon to say something about WWE and AEW. It was frowned upon to say something about AEW and WWE. They all acted like we didn't exist until they wanted to work together. Until we built a brand big enough for them to want to work together. TNA, like nobody wanted to talk about each other. And now you've got WWE and TNA working together. AEW does a lot with like New Japan and stuff, and they had kind of done that before, but they're doing a lot with the Japanese guys, and we're just floating our own boat over here, and we got we had Natty at a show. I mean, you got to know, again, we go back to this being an egotistical business. Each person that owns these companies has to have an ego. Vince McMahon had the biggest ego of all time. If I was betting on weighing it, if you could weigh ego, I mean, the man was who he thought he was and said it, and I knew he was that guy. I think Tony Khan's probably got a little bit. I'm sure Billy's got a little bit. And I don't know who owns. I mean, I guess Endeavor, whoever's the guy at Endeavor and TKO or whatever, whoever owns WWE and TNA now. So it's when things go good, they're good. When they go bad, I don't know. I think everybody just kind of wants to have their own thing, and do their own thing, and that's fine. The 10 pounds of gold is recognized in WWE and AEW. It's been recognized all over the world for 77 years now. And all these, the other world champions come around because they're different companies, and that's fine. Just if they want a national title, let them have a national title. They can add one more title to the slew of titles that I don't know that they have. And I don't mean that disrespectfully. I know you got your TND, TBS. I thought those changed at one time. Your world title, international title. They got Ring of Honors. I don't know if you count that, but 6-mans, tags, this. I mean, they got tons of them. We got a few of them, but we got less than most.
Do you keep? You say you don't watch AEW. Do you keep up with WWE any?
Yeah, I mean, most of the stuff I get is highlights, and I'll watch AEW highlights and TNA. I love TNA. I got a lot of friends over at TNA that I enjoy watching, but most of the stuff I get is highlights or clips. Like I saw John Cena and Dom Mysterio's promo. Some nights if I'm sitting, NFL's on the TV tonight, and I'm a football guy at heart, so I was watching the Eagles. The Eagles and I don't even remember who they were playing. Green Bay, Eagles and the Packers.
You got the Packers.
It was 0-0 at halftime. That much I do know. But yeah,
3-0 Eagles right now.
3-0. Well, I need Jalen Hurts to score touchdowns. What I need for my bet. So if he could just go ahead and do that, That'd be cool.
He is 12 for 19 for 90 yards right now.
Yeah, he ain't playing good at all.
Doesn't seem like anybody is.
But no, I don't know, man. It's I don't even remember the original question.
Oh, it was about the whole
everybody
national
love
title
yeah,
thing.
I do watch it here and there. I keep up with as much as I can. I'll keep up with the champions and stuff, yeah. But I mean, I'm mostly watching Power and doing my due diligence to stream it on the Roku Sports Channel every Tuesday night at 8 p.m.
Oh yeah, we watching for sure. We definitely watching.
Now I think that Roku's going international or something. I know we got people over in England that watch it, and we're getting back to where we need to be. It was all just a matter of time. It just had to play out.
I'll be back. I gotta go get this little guy some medicine.
Yeah. Go ahead. As soon as you come back, I gotta get these little guys back to bed. They done creeped up in the studio, so they standing right here looking at me. So,
Yeah, I just gotta get
ahead
him
and
some
take care
medicine.
of that. I'm ready to get into bed. It's 10:30 around here.
yeah. Yeah, go. Yeah, I got like five, like a few more questions for you.
Easy
and
enough.
Then
Okay, I'll go get him settled while you ask your question.
Yeah,
Do your thing.
yeah. So, your family was instrumental in the history of East Tennessee wrestling. What does it mean for you to continue the legacy in the modern NWA?
Dude, it's incredible. I get to continue. It's 92 years now since we started. Since John got into pro wrestling, and like I said, fourth generation. If you want to count my grandmother who sold tickets in the ticket office, and I do because she was a financial little girl. So I count that. Yeah, man, it's cool carrying the legacy. It's even cooler doing it with my dad and my brother. Like I think we furthered the CAZANA name farther than it's ever gone before. We're the only two that I know of that have held NWA titles. We were the U.S. Tag Champions, and I don't. My dad never won a belt with the NWA. I don't think my great grandfather ever won one with the NWA. So it's great to it's good to be a part of something bigger than myself. I guess outside of the NWA, the Kazana legacy. I plan on having a lot of chitlins, a lot of kids running around. Hopefully, a lot of boys so they can get into wrestling and stuff. But no, it's fun doing something for something bigger than yourself.
Right. As a former U.S. Tag Champion, what was the biggest challenge for you and Anthony Andrews to come over as the country gentleman?
The biggest challenge for me and Anthony,
Yeah,
to win them the first time way back at God, it's been a minute. Man, the biggest challenge for us, just proving that we belonged. Really, we were a couple country bumpkins in that little tag division, and I think proving we belonged and that we could go with anybody in the ring was our biggest driving point at that point in our careers.
Wow. Well, I remember when I first seen the U.S. Tag Team Championships and things like that, and I was just thinking to myself like how far NWA has come because like NWA, like honestly speaking, NWA has a longer lineage than most professional wrestling companies out today.
Than all professional wrestling companies.
Yeah,
all of them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But why don't you think that people? Why? All right, let me ask you like this: why are people just now recognizing it and it hasn't been recognizing it for the last 10 years?
Well, I know Billy bought it, I think in 2017.
Okay.
And I don't remember the owner before that, Bruce Tharp maybe. But we're looking at that tenure, that decade, man. Like I think Bruce kind of let it go a little bit, just from the outside looking in. I don't know. Yeah, we had the territories and stuff, but there was no governance over the territories. And then the growing with Billy buying it and kind of bringing it into keeping that retro feel, but bringing it into like the 21st century or the 20th century, 21st century. And bringing the production value that he could bring, being, the Smashing Pumpkin guy. and being able to kind of flare it up a little bit, and having like a home body of NWA.
Right.
Like it's its company now, like it's its own company now, versus it was just the governing body of so many territories.
Right.
I think that's helped it grow a little bit. And then, we've butted off and we've got, shoot, I was counting them the other day. I think we got 9 territories now.
Yeah.
And they're all flourishing. They all got, their own stars. Like Silas Mason came from NWA JCP. Kylie Page and Kenzie Page came from KFW up the road. Carson Drake, Exodus. We don't have we hadn't had any influx of World League guys come in yet, but there's a few that are out there that are trying to get their way in, and that they're close. We've had a good amount of success with that, I believe. And then Billy, just us being able to turn, revenue and keep putting butts in seats, and we're a different style of wrestling. Like I think we get a lot of hate because we are a more basic. Like we've got some flyers and some flippy dippy dudes that can do some crazy stuff, but it goes back to traditional, like we're gonna make you feel it kind of wrestling. And I think that's what you get from us, and I think that throwback may be too much for modern fans, because if you look at again like AEW, and if you look at AEW and our styles, like there's very little overlapping in the two styles there. You know what I mean? Like it's all TV, but it's you get different things with different companies, and I think that's why you've got your cliques of just those wrestling fans.
Yeah.
But I think our style helps us reach a broader audience.
Yeah.
Like it's traditionally good guy versus bad guy. It's moves that look like they hurt, that if you got hit with them in a bar, you would feel them. It's the pageantry and the simplicity even sometimes for us that I think is a selling point to normal people flipping through, being like, I can get behind a good guy beating a bad guy's hind end. Instead of just very cool acrobatic moves that I'm not taking anything away from those guys because I can't do that stuff. But, just seeing moves for move's sake sometimes I think doesn't click with a non-traditional wrestling fan.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. Not for nothing, too. I wanted to say this, too. Tell Billy Corgan to go back to the old theme, the Dugan theme, the Into the Fire theme. That theme was fire. That joint was off the hook.
I think we got a YouTube show now called Into the Fire. I think they use it for that.
Yo, oh man, that theme used to get me hyped up when I was watching NWA Power. It used to get me hyped up.
We're gonna change the theme to By the Book. As soon as it comes on, you'll hear that twang, and you'll see it's just gonna be the music video.
Yeah.
As the opening credits.
Yeah.
I think that's the way to go.
Yeah. Go ahead, Dub. Let me get these guys real quick. Go ahead, Dub.
I know my guy here is about ready to get off so he can go to bed, and I personally got to work tomorrow. So I'll try to make this as quick as possible because I know he runs the whole show thing, so he has to close it out. But I'll try to get you off as soon as possible. So, any thoughts of ever trying your hat in another company, or you're good at where you're at?
I'm very happy where I'm at, but money talks. I mean, that's the grand scheme of it all. My goal when I got into this was to be the best I could be, and I haven't reached that yet. And now that I see that I can make money doing it, like real money, I'd love to see some life-changing money. I'd love to pay off my house or my mama's house. I'd love to pay off all my student debt. So, I mean, dude, I'm out here to be the best wrestler I can be. I'm trying to get in the best shape I can get in. I know my ceiling can be capped in some people's eyes because I'm a little older, but I got a little brother that's 23 that'll carry me for the next 10 years. But man, dude, I love the NWA. It's almost bred into my family. I mean, my great-grandfather ran a territory for the NWA up until the 70s, sold to the Fullers, all that good stuff. My dad currently runs one for the NWA. We wrestle for the NWA. It's just, it feels like it was always meant to be. Yeah. And the office and the guys and girls in the locker room it's so incredible to be around. It'd be really hard to leave people. I've got some really, really good friends. Some of my best friends are at NWA where they're wrestlers, and And it would be tough, man. But my mom's got a house that needs paid off, so we're working to get there. And I think we can. I think we can build something special with the NWA. Will we be able to compete with the $1 billion companies? Probably not on the grander scale, but I think we can compete regionally with any of them. On our
Do
broadcast stuff. So
do you see you guys like expanding outside of the Roku, going more towards like Raw and SmackDown was on USA Network. You got AEW on TBS. They're supposed to be on TNT, by the way.
right.
But do you see you guys like making that transition to a more traditional TV station?
I don't think you'll ever see us go on actual TV. If I was a betting man, and I am, but the way the world's trending, it's all about apps and streaming. So I know we like you see Raw going to Netflix.
Right.
If I'm not mistaken, I think AEW just put a show on some other streaming service, HBO maybe. That
Yeah,
could be
Max.
out of this world bonkers. But I think we stick with the streaming route. It's just a matter of right now we're on Roku, which you can buy Roku TV cheaper than you can buy anything else. You get the little boxes. I mean, it's available. There's an app. It's available anywhere that you can have. You have a smartphone or a tablet or anything. So I think that's the move of the future. Is streaming. Even television stations they have streaming apps. I've got a
Yeah.
CBS Sports streaming app for some reason, and I got Hulu Live Sport. So everybody's got an app. So I mean, you may see us go to a bigger app, or you may see us go to like a Paramount or this or that. And it's the same thing with if I was ever going to leave. I mean, money talks. So Billy's going to get the best deal he thinks he can get, and the best deal to help us grow as a company. I don't know of any deals that he's passed over, or any deals that were thrown his way that got pulled. I don't know any of that, but like whatever he's doing behind the scenes is helping us grow as a company. So I say we stay on streaming somewhere, but it may be a different app someday. Who knows? I think the
I am
Roku,
a
it's live TV. You get live stuff. I know
yes.
they now have a Wrestling Central channel, which is just NWA. It's the older NWA, but it's just NWA and Women of Wrestling. I think they're sold on us, and I think Billy appreciates loyalty, and them being that sold on us and being willing to do more and want more and this and that. And I know they want more content. I'm sure everybody wants more content. So I think he takes that into consideration too. Like they've treated us well so far, and I would say we're here for a hot minute. I don't know where we would go. The only Billy would know that.
You know, you brought up Roku, right? And it's not just Roku. I have a Google TV. And
Yeah.
the first wrestling promotion they promoted wasn't Raw, SmackDown, it wasn't AEW. It was NWA Power on a Google
Boom.
TV.
See, we got reach, baby.
Yeah, it was crazy. I'm like, I thought it was just Roku only, but no, it's on Google. So
We're branching out, baby.
and I will say, I mean, I know that TNA has the WWE machine behind them,
Yeah.
but I feel like you guys are easier to get to than even TNA with them having the machine behind them.
Oh, they're on Access, and I don't know any cable station. I don't know where to find Access on DirecTV. So yeah, no, I think we're way more easily accessible than most promotions, probably. I
Yeah.
mean, if you don't have a Netflix account, you can't watch Raw.
Yeah.
Then you got to pay for cable for everything else. SmackDown's still on Fox, isn't it? Or US? I'm assuming it's on Fox. I don't even know anymore.
USA.
Back to USA. So like,
Yeah.
who knows? But I think
Yeah,
we're more easily accessible than anybody.
Yeah, because NXT is on the CW, which I think you could have the little rabbit ears to see that. But other than that, you either have to have a streaming service with WWE and AEW with HBO Max, or you have to pay for your cable service.
So, and all you got to do for us is if you got the TV or if you got the Roku box, we're there for free.
Yeah, I definitely had a Roku box. I got like two of them, so I'm able to watch the show on Tuesdays. And not for nothing, Roku shows other wrestling promotions too, as well. So
We
I'm
got
able
lots
to,
of stuff.
yeah, I'm able to get my daily dose on there for sure. Yeah.
Do you have any more questions for Mr. AJ?
No, no, no.
Well, Mr. AJ, I like to I say Mr. out of respect.
I
Um,
appreciate that.
out of respect for what you and many other men and women do in this professional wrestling industry to keep us entertained. So I may be a bit older than you, but it's Mr. AJ. That's how I was raised.
Mm-hmm. Same
Um,
Appreciate it.
here.
I like to close the show out asking a simple question. If you could see anybody on Ring Ropes and Turnbuckle podcast, who would it be? But AJ CAZANA has to help us get that person on the show.
Easy enough. The one, I mean, I've got a list of people I could send to you that I would love to see on here, but I think you guys got to go get Silas Mason, the Thrillbilly.
What's funny is that I was literally looking at his profile on the
That's my
NWA
guy.
website.
That's my guy. He's one of
If
my
you
best
can
friends in
send
the
him,
world.
if you can send him our way, we would greatly appreciate it.
Yeah,
One thousand
yeah,
percent. I'll get off here and text him immediately. I'd
yeah.
love to see him.
Awesome.
You've had Mondo, I'm sure, right?
Now we haven't had
I've reached out.
Mondo.
I've reached out to
Here,
him.
let me
Haven't
give you
heard
a
back.
short list. Let me give you a short list. I can help you with all these guys.
Let me get my pen
Silas
and paper
Mason.
out.
I think Silas is number one.
Silas Mason.
I think my number two is Carson Drake.
Carson Drake. Yeah.
Carson Drake, I think, is number two. I know he'd come on here and you guys would eat it up. Three would probably be if you could get him, and I could shoot him a text, but either Aaron Stevens or EC3 would probably be in that three spot, but that's going to be hard because I think they're a little a little higher brow than I am.
Mm-hmm.
But I can shoot a text. I can see what I can do.
Mm-hmm.
And then four, Mondo, of course. And then five, just to be a dick, I'd love to see my brother on here because I'd love to see him have the.
What's funny is that when I emailed you, because you've been through the emails and stuff, you've been talking with me. So
Mhm.
when I emailed you, I saw your brother. I'm like, I don't see an email for his brother though.
He's
So
a
I'm
kid.
like,
We're trying to teach him.
so I didn't know how to reach out to him.
Instagram. You hit him on Instagram, he'll get back to you in about 2 seconds because he's always on his phone.
Hey, that's easy enough. Easy enough. Yeah, yeah. If
Or
you
my
could help us
dad, man.
get,
That'd be fun for you.
yeah, your dad would be fun too with all the history that he could go over. Oh yeah,
He's got so much more knowledge than I do about that. See,
yeah. I'll
I
definitely
gave
read.
you your next 6 months worth of podcasts right there.
I, hey, I'm
Hey,
with it.
you
I'm with
with it? You with it?
it.
You with it? You with it?
I can send them the calendar just like I sent you the calendar. Let you
Absolutely.
pick your day.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's all we got for you, Mr. AJ. We really, really, really appreciate it taking the time out of your evening to come on here and speak with us, have a little fun with us. Hopefully, it's not the last time. Maybe when you guys win some tag team gold or some singles gold, we can get you back on to talk about
You
it.
thinking what I'm thinking?
Mm-hmm.
World champ?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, me too, baby.
I'm
Yeah.
with
Hey, I look
that.
better with gold wrapped around me. I know that much.
Don't we all?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we do. Yeah, a little bit.
Hey,
But yeah, we go
quick
ahead.
question before you go. Quick question. How can we get some merch? I know they got the NWA website. Is your merch on the NWA website?
Son of a gun, I grabbed it. I swear to God, I grabbed it. We have a shirt. We have 2 shirts on the NWA website. Give me 30 seconds
Okay.
because I don't know what to do with it.
Yeah, we got keep getting the merch, get the merch game up.
Yeah, I gotta wait till I get paid.
Well, boys, I lied. I don't know what I did with it. That ain't it. Yeah, no, we've got shirts. I was going to show you. I've got the Bullhead Ranch one. It's a nice watercolor logo of the ranch. So it's not openly a wrestling shirt. It says visit Bullhead Ranch. It's incredible. I wish, God, what did I do? I'll find it immediately as soon as we hang up.
Okay.
But no, it's yeah, I got the visit Bullhead Ranch, and then there's another older country gentleman shirt on there of me and KC.
That's the
so we
one.
got a couple in the shop.
That's the one. That's the one because I remember seeing you guys wear that one. That's the one I actually would want to have. That the country.
The blue one.
Yeah. That's definitely the one.
You ain't country enough to wear that shirt, bro.
Hey, I'm as country as it get. You know what I'm saying? I'm a straight up.
Throw on a cowboy hat. Everybody's country, baby. I'm gonna lose my mind.
I live in Oklahoma. Trust me, I see it.
Oh yeah, we got a couple on there, but I've got more shirts on angrylemonade.net.
Okay.
And you can find that link at ajkazana.com.
Okay. All right.
Should be on your Instagram, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. It should be, yeah. The link tree or whatever.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, yeah.
All right. It's on the ajkazana.com. Cool.
Boom.
Well, we appreciate you for tapping in with us. This has been fun. We hope this won't be your last time coming on the show and sharing with us. And we're going to be watching.
Keep watching.
And next time you're on the show, we want to see some gold.
Bet on it.
Yeah.
Bet on it.
Yeah, definitely. But like I said, we appreciate you tapping in with us. It's a blessing to have you on here. Salute to your family and everything, your lineage. We're honored to have you.
Well, I appreciate you guys having me. This is a hell of a time.
Yeah, for sure. And that's the show for today. Ring Ropes and Turnbuckle Podcast. AJ CAZANA is in the building. The dynamic one. Bars Wrestling Media. We'll be back with another one. Salute.
Following podcast scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, they are the Internet Podcast.